Hey everyone, Shabim here and welcome back to more of the Gibraltar Challenge. We're back here with the second qualifying round of the Champions League against of course, that are from Hungary. We are the favourites for the away leg. I have made a couple of transfers as well. I made quite a few actually, but the majority are youngsters, so I won't bother showing you all of those. But I can show you the two big ones. Well, first of all, let's show you this guy, Herbert Persson. He was a player on the transfer list from Dortmund. He was worth about 450k, and he's on the transfer list for 130. So we managed to sign him up. He can play a variety of different positions and looks like a pretty decent player at the moment with some good potential as well. So that is pretty damn good. But we have broken our transfer record. Transfer record. I've been going through the under-21s in Brazil and in Argentina, which seems to be the best thing to do on this game for me at the moment. And here we go. Mateo Costa, Argentinian CDM and central mid. Costa's 4.8 million, which was his minimum release fee. I am very happy with this deal. He is our highest paid player, now on 10,500 a week. He's only worth 2.6 after I paid 4.8 for him, but I think he looks like an absolutely fantastic addition to our squad. Apart from that, we've got some free transfers in, nothing special. They're all probably going to go back out on loan. We've got a few players like Gus Hill. He was released from Chelsea. We also got Russell Griffin was released from Manchester United. So basically, I was just going through some of the big clubs around England and look at the players they released last season. But let's get straight into this game then against away from home. We got the debut of Costa. We changed formation as well. I've been looking at it and we've got so many good attacking players now that I thought this would be the best way to go. So Andrescu stays in goal. I have found a couple of potential replacements, but they're going to cost me quite a bit. So I don't know whether just to leave Andrescu to continue developing. Charles Cesar at left back. Seems to be South America's where we're getting all the best players from at the moment. They're just not as expensive as the European players. That's the problem. Luis Eduardo is going to play alongside Petro in defence. At the right back position, we have Eduardo Zaracho. Are you still wanted by Liverpool, or can I hold on to you now? Fleetwood now. You wanted by Liverpool, now you want it by Fleetwood. Mateo Costa is going to play his debut as the sole CDM in this position. Up the left, Hugo Aguilera. Up the right, Adam Hlozek, our first non-South American player. Cam today is George Martin. And the two strikers are going to be Fares Maziani playing alongside Augustin Bolli. I wonder if there's any players in this squad that we can hold on to for long enough to make them Gibraltarian. That'd be pretty good, wouldn't it? So let's tell them to go up there and grab the win in the first leg away from home against It should be a game we should be able to come out on top of. Of course, Bolli and Costa still pretty new to the team. We also have Persson on the bench, so he can make his debut later on. We have a really good team. The problem is that to get better and better and to make more of a challenge of the Champions League and that sort of stuff, we are having to take less and less Gibraltarian players, which is a bit of a shame. But we are still developing the young players as and where we can, and also bringing some of these established players into this country. Hopefully is going to allow us to hopefully get them Gibraltarian nationality eventually if they don't get taken up by their main squad already. Charles Cesar inside the box doing well, cuts it back to Martin. Plays it back to Eduardo Zaracho out on the right. Be lovely to get a couple of away goals here this evening to take back to the Victoria Stadium with us. Charles Cesar attacking down the left. Past the defender into the middle. It's Adam Hlozek. Oh, you would have put your house on the man there scoring. He scored so many goals this season already. You really would have put your house on him getting another one here today. But it wasn't quite to be the way for Adam Hlozek. But we can see just by the stats there, middle of the screen, the sheer dominance so far as we see Costa with the corner kick onto the head of Maziani, who put it straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Mateo Costa seems to be involved in everything at the moment. Martin off the crossbar. Wow. That really should have been the first goal there. Really should have been the first goal. Costa playing a fantastic game, dominating in the CDM position at the moment. Man of the match at this point in time for the first half an hour of the game. We've had 16 shots, they've had 0, but still, we are yet to get what we need. Aguilera, here's Mezziani. Into Bolly, it's headed clear, here's Martin. Chao Cesar. Takes the shot. Chao Cesar's been very, very good on that left-hand side so far today. Normally plays on the right, but today out on the left. Here is Mateo Costa. Ball into the middle. It's headed clear once again. I tell you what, I've done so well to stay at 0-0 up to half-time. Considering we've had 18 shots, there's 0 so far. We should be winning this game at the moment. We should be. Chao Cesar. Forward to Martin. Here's Mateo Costa. He's the man who's going to show us whether it's worth spending the big money on players or not. Adam Hlozek now bringing the ball down their right-hand side. Loses it. He was a great free transfer, Hlozek, wasn't he? Surprised more players or more teams haven't gone after him, to be honest. Aguilera. Bringing the ball forward. Into the middle, Adam Hlozek with a header once again saved. How is this still 0-0? How? I just don't get it. We've dominated so much, it's just still 0-0. Sriracha. Bringing the ball down the right. Into Hlozek. Cuts inside. Loses the ball. It's a penalty. Oh, it's a penalty. I thought that was going to be a corner, but we'll take the penalty all day long. Adam Hlozek to take it, looking for his 5th goal of the season. Can he put this ball into the back of the net? Come on, my man. Let's get this first goal of the game. There we go. Adam Hlozek, 5th goal of the season. Makes it 1-0 just before half-time. That's what we needed. It'd be nice to dominate this game to a point where we possibly could play some of the younger players. But then again, we've got a lot of players who really want to play, I suppose, so we'll have to just keep playing. I mean, if you look at the bench, there's some players on there that would love to play the next game as well. So I'm happy with the performance so far. Keep it up. We just want more goals. That's what we want, more goals. Come on, guys. Get the ball back. Let's get the ball back. There's Costa heading the ball. It's Mezzarios. Mori back to Rado. It's Chao Cesar. Martin, here's Costa. Costa. Great ball out wide. Finding Adam Hlozek, who's inside the box. Cuts it in. Mezziani. Great bit of defensive work again by Fehedede. And it stays 1-0. I feel like we're going to probably look at making some substitutions soon, just to try and freshen it up on the pitch. I mean, the strikers-wise, have been very quiet so far today. Is Mateo Costa to take a free kick? Can he score on his debut? Oh, tipped just over. He's having a cracking game, the youngster, and again taking the corner now. Onto the header, Bolly! It's just over the crossbar again. Again, another attack here. I just don't understand how we're not winning this game by more than 1 goal. We haven't scored a goal from open play so far in this game. Mezziani. It's headed clear. Here's George Martin. Out wide to Chao Cesar. Cuts inside. There's the shot. Again, over the top. Right, we're going to have to freshen this up now. Let's bring on Schubert in place of Bolly, who's not having the greatest of games. Let's bring on Perzan for his debut. Let's take off Chao Cesar. So you can play, wow, you can play Cam as well, okay. That's interesting. And let's also bring on anyone else? I mean, we've got Chris, who can play as the other striker. Let's leave that for now then. Let's just bring those two on for now. Schubert and Persson coming on the pitch just to freshen things up. There is Schubert, heading it nicely to Martin. Here's Sriracha. Aguilera. Come on, guys. Let's get a second in this game. We need to. There's Schubert. Heads it. It's going to come back to Costa. No, it's not. Limperger gets a hold of it. Now Cutter. We need to score another 2 or 3 goals in this game to really justify how much we've dominated, to be honest. But it's just not looking good at the moment. Not looking good at all. Sarai. Into Cutter. Ball across. Here's Mori. Limperger. Mesarios. There's the shot. Andrescu saves. Man, if we'd conceded an equaliser there, I would have been very, very disappointed, to be honest. Very disappointed. Right, I'm thinking of making a slight change once again. Right, let's make a change. I'm going to push Costa forward into a centre mid position, which is not his favourite position, actually, but I feel like just to make us a little bit more aggressive. Here's Zaracho. Martin. Seeing the space to run into. Ball down the line towards Schubert. He's taken it out wide with him, though. It's a corner kick. Disappointing. I really am disappointed with this game. We're going to go attacking now as well. We're going to really push for that second goal, which I think we deserved. Here's Costa once again with a free kick. There we go, Matteo Costa. It was only a matter of time, wasn't it, before the guy scored in his debut. £4.8 million, and he's already started to repay that. I mean, if we can get ourselves into the Champions League group stages, he pays himself off, doesn't he, straight away? Look at that free kick. Beautiful. Curved right inside the post. The young Argentinian on his debut. He's going to get man of the match here, isn't he? Definitely. Well, I was very debating whether to spend the money on players. And I must admit, like I said already earlier in the episode, I just seem to find that players from South America are so much more worth the money than players from Europe. I mean, you look at the stats that he's got and how well he's playing this game. You look at some of the players I looked at last episode that are worth 3-4 times the amount we could have paid for, and their stats just weren't anywhere near as good. Eduardo, big ball forward. Finding Kovac. Takeshi Kovac. Don't even let them score a goal. Right, it was offside. Okay, that's fine. Right, so 2-0 up. 10 minutes remain. Let's bring on Chris in place of Mezziani, who's had a pretty poor game, to be honest. Anything? Here's Persen. Here's Costa, who's had a fantastic debut. Playing it back to Persen. He also, on his debut here today, came off the bench, though, with half an hour remaining. Here's George Martin. Aguilera. Into the middle. Nicholas Schubert. There we go. 3-0. That's what we needed. Nicholas Schubert heads the ball into the back of the net. And we lead the game 3-0. Lovely jubbly. It was a good bit of play. It was George Martin to Aguilera. Aguilera's curling ball in. And Schubert, it wasn't a header. It was a little side foot volley. Past the goalkeeper. Makes it 3-0. Away from home. That's going to almost give us the tie now, isn't it? Which would be fantastic, this would. Another chunk of money in the bank. Another potential chance to get into the Champions League group stages. That'd be amazing. I mean, even just the Europa League group stages would be a step up for us this season. George Martin. Oh, he's gone through everybody. George Martin. Oh, he couldn't finish it. That would have been sensational if he'd finished that. Really would have been. Ball all the way over the top. Finds Hlozek. And there we go, full time at 3-0. 35 shots, 3 goals though. I must admit, I am a little bit disappointed, but we'll tell them we're happy just to keep everyone happy, and we'll get ready then for the second leg coming up shortly. And here we go then for the second leg. We change things a little bit, just to give a few more people a bit of an opportunity. We're 3-0 up, of course, with away goals anyway. So we bring Lee Victor in goal, who I think should hopefully be our long-term goalkeeper anyway. Out on the left, then making his debut from the beginning. His first start for the club, that's the word I'm looking for, Herbert Pizon. The two centre-backs are going to be Luis Eduardo playing alongside Petro Wickenix and Petrovidovic. Up the right, we bring in Musa Aka for his first appearance of the season. He's been away in the African Cup of Nations. CDM, we stick with Mateo Costa, who had a fantastic first game for the club. Out on the left, Hugo Aguilera. On the right, we bring in Sergio Andrade. Your cam today is going to be Fares Meziani. And then the two strikers are going to be Jorge Benitez, making his first start for the club. Will be playing alongside Augustin Bolli, who really could do with getting a few more good appearances under his belt before the league season starts. So here we go. We're going to say we expect a victory. I mean, we won the first game 3-0, so the home game should be pretty easy as well. We should have won the first game by a lot more, shouldn't we, really, in fairness. We absolutely hammered them in the first game. And already we are in control of the game. It's Molnar with the goal kick for Feherver. Comes all the way to Musa Aka, who plays the ball fantastically through to Augustin Bolli, who can't get it past the goalkeeper. Wow. I mean, if he just played that to the side, then it would have been an open goal for Jorge. Andrade's corner goes straight to the first man. Benitez gets a hold of it. We've had 7 shots. We've had 89% possession the first 15 minutes. I really feel like we are much, much stronger than this team. Here's Perzan. Luis Eduardo. Here's Costa. Costa once again. Played it back to Victor. Petro. Here's Musa Aka. He's been very good down that right back position so far today. Andrade. Back to Aka. Costa. Forward to Andrade once again. Ball into Bolli once again. He's getting some good positions, Bolli, today, but still unable to put it into the back of the net. And now we have Andrade on the ball. Gets headed clear. Come on, guys. Perzan. Back out to Victor. Right. Luis Eduardo, bring it forward. Let's get ourselves a goal here in front of the home crowd. They deserve it. By the way, in the previous home game, in the last round, we actually broke records. We had £60,000. There we go. Jorge Benitez, his first goal for the club. Nice, assisted by Hugo Aguilera. Yeah, we had 60k, which is our highest ever gate receipt in the previous game. And bearing in mind, we're already improving the stadium up by another 1,300 seats. It's going to get bigger and bigger now. And it's obviously going to gain us some more money, which is a good thing because I am worried that the more players we purchase, that financially we have to do well in Europe every season to actually pay the wages, because we're not at this point strong in a position to do so. Until we can get maybe, I don't know, a TV deal in Gibraltar, that would be massive, or we can get higher sponsorship deals or that sort of stuff, which we should be due to do again soon, I think. Until that happens, we are having to, if we don't do well in Europe, we're going to lose money. So it's a very risky one at the moment for us. Here's Mori. Played it back to Molnar. Who's going to bring it forward. Nice ball out to Sarai. Here's to Kovac. So Takeshi Kovac. Is that Mari? Oh, good bit of defensive work there. We bring the ball back out. So Jorge Benitez was his first goal for the club here in the Champions League as well. What a place to score your first goal for the club. As the ball is brought further forward. Mateo Costa steps up with the free kick. He's probably also going to step up with the corner now as well. Sergio Andrade is a player who's done really well for us, isn't he? I mean, he's not the best player on the pitch by any stretch of the imagination. But he's just been solid his entire career here. He really has. Throw by Aka, finding Bolly. Back to Musa Aka. Or past the defender into Bolly, across the front, almost finding Jorge Benitez. It's a penalty though. Okay. I don't know what happened or why that happened, but either way we got the penalty. Chance was to make it 2-0 on the night, 5-0 on aggregate. Sergio Andrade steps up and puts it into the back of the net. He does not miss those. And Sergio Andrade's first goal for the club makes it 1-0. Can he play for the national side at some point? He's capped at under 20s. Does that mean he can't play for Gibraltar? He has Gibraltar nationality. So he does have Gibraltar nationality, but I think because he's played at under 20s, does that mean he's locked in now? I need to figure out how it works. Would prefer not to play for Benfica in the future. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. I'd love for him to play for Gibraltar. I think he would be someone who would really deserve the opportunity to play national football. Because he's just been a very effective player for us over the years. And has never moaned, even when bigger and better players have come in, he's never moaned and he's still getting opportunities. Musa Aka out to Helder Costa. Helder Costa? Is that Helder Costa? Mateo Costa. On the ball once again. Finding Mezziani. Oh, nice bit of play by Mezziani. Oh, what a goal. Ferez Mezziani. Absolutely insane goal. And Mateo Costa gets the assist, but it was all about Mezziani's ability there. Costa played the ball across. And Mezziani knew in his head, he's like, right, I'm having this. Past one. And then blitzes the ball between the next two defenders into the back of the net. And there we go. Just realised my mic's pointing the wrong direction. I hope that has not made any issues with the sound. And we're 3-0 up on the night. 6-0 on aggregates. See this game out now by the looks of it. Bolly. Into the box. All the way across. Aguilera is going to pick it up at the far side. Back to Perzon. Looking for the far post, but wasn't able to find it. And the counter-attack is on for Ferreira there. If they can score 6 goals in the next half an hour, they can still knock us out. Yeah, that's going to happen. Ooh, they've got one though. That's disappointing. Lee Victor. He's got to be disappointed with that Lee Victor. The shot was pretty much at him. And he's palmed it into the side of the net. He's got to be annoyed by that, I think. Got to be. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, Lee Victor's not happy. Not happy at all there. It's a shame. But nice to have kept a clean sheet. The topic goes, maybe some substitutions are in need here now, just to freshen things up. Let's bring Chris on in place of Bolly, who's not having a very good game. Wayan Sirigar, you can come on in place of Costa just to protect him. And I think apart from that, Nick Campbell-Lean, why not? For Ferez Mezziani, Nick Campbell-Lean. Again, a bit like Andrade, just a real mainstay of the squad. Nick Campbell-Lean's the main one though. He's been here since the very beginning. He's been here since episode number 1. He was our first big sort of high potential player we had, and he's never left the club. There has been offers, which I have rejected, and he's never once spoke up and said, I'm unhappy. He loves this club, and he deserves to keep playing for it. I mean, he's not as good as some of the other players we've got, as we said before, but he deserves every opportunity we can give him, really. And he will always get game time with us. if he ever says he wants to leave, we will let him do so, because I think he's given so much to the club that I believe that we should give him exactly what he wants. But at the moment, he's very happy here. So Fehevever is on the attack once again. And they've scored another one. Same guy, Aaron Cutter. Well, this is not very good, is it? Come on, Lee Victor. You're supposed to be the good young goalkeeper, and you've conceded 2 goals now today. It's not good here. Not good at all. Right in the bottom corner. I'm not happy there. Not happy at all there, actually. Not happy at all. Right. Well, there's only 10 minutes left, so we should be okay here. Luis Eduardo to take the free kick, plays it short to Pearson. Brings it forward, here's Aguilera. Ball cut out by the defender. Aguilera brings it forward once again. Here's Pearson. Aguilera into the middle looking for Chris. It's saved. Nick Campbell lean to Andrade, who took the shot. Again blocked. Sirigar. Andrade. Sirigar once again. Back to Andrade. Aguilera with a shot, and Hugo Aguilera gets himself a goal. It's a fantastic goal, actually. From outside the box, blasted into the bottom left-hand corner. I mean, the game was beyond doubt anyway, but there was a chance they could draw the actual leg, which I wouldn't be happy with. And Hugo Aguilera just pushes it a bit further away from them. And lovely job, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. And that's going to be it for tonight then. Boom. 7-2 on aggregate. We're through to the next round of the Champions League qualifiers. We're going to say we're happy with the result. Let's see who we've got in the next round. So, AEK Athens. Now, that's going to be a lot more difficult. They've got Frimpong as their number 1 player. Is he the one come from? Yeah, he is the one come from Celtic. Okay, that's going to be a lot more difficult, that is. But I'm pretty pleased with how we've done so far. How much money do we get from that? Does it say? Or do we get the money at the end now? You might get the money at the end. Okay. So next episode, it's all about AEK Athens, then home and away. I think transfer-wise, I think I'm pretty happy at the moment with what we've done. I feel like our squad is a bit full now. I'm not quite sure if I really want to invest in anything else. So I think at the moment I'm going to stick with what I've got, unless somebody really outstanding is spotted or comes up to the mark. But at the moment, I think we'll probably have to stick with what we actually have. We can get Harvey Elliott, apparently, from Liverpool. But yeah, we'll leave it there for now. Of course, if you've enjoyed this one, please do hit a like or subscribe if you want to see some more. Next time we'll come back and we will take on AEK Athens, which is not against... I mean, it's not definite we'll get knocked out from that. We've done pretty well against teams that are just as strong, if not stronger, than AEK Athens. So, there's a chance. So what do you do? Do the third qualifying round and then it's playoffs? Yeah. Third qualifying round, then it's playoffs, and then group stages. So there's a chance. There is definitely a chance. Is there anyone else really strong in this? I think we've probably got one of the worst teams we could have pulled in this group, but to be honest, I feel like we could beat these teams. I reckon Champions League group stage is not out of the question this season. But let's find out what happens anyway. Of course, if you've enjoyed it, like I said, like, subscribe, that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.